Okay. Sit down session 2 with the one and only Haley Metzger today. So the goal of this is just to have a fun conversation where you get to know friends and family, and in this case, my favorite person ever, and hopefully learn something about the other person, hopefully have some fun conversations, maybe a little bit of a laugh too. And and so I have a bunch of notes for this one. I had a lot of notes for the last one. I'm gonna do notes for everyone, but this one I put a lot of time into. I even put these questions out there to friends and family to be like, hey, are these good questions? What would you guys do different? And every person I asked, they were like, yeah, these are awesome. So I think it's gonna be fun.
I'm excited.
We're just chilling. It's Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
We got our coffee. You had your chocolate chip pancakes this morning.
Extra chocolate chips.
Extra chocolate chips. We about quadruple the normal amount of chocolate chips in this house, because she doesn't do syrup on her pancakes.
No.
But she likes chocolate chips.
Yeah.
So I think that this thing's a little crooked. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Now
Now it's that way.
No way.
It is, Pat. It's leaning. Look, you can tell. Okay, that's
okay. Perfect. There you go.
Okay.
All right. Cool. We got that out of the way. Oh, by the way, sit down sessions. One of my rules. It's one take. One take. We're not cutting anything.
No, we're cutting. You have to cut.
No, I don't. I like the authenticity of hey, everyone knows that this is just a one take wonder here.
But you have to cut a little bit.
I don't think we're okay. Well, the intro stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways. All right. So my thoughts here. This is gonna be a fun one.
Why am I nervous?
Don't be nervous. It's just fun. Literally, this is the purpose of this is just for fun.
No, I just hope my brain can work when you ask me the questions.
It's gonna work. You have a big brain.
Yeah, I do.
So, okay. First thing I have, tell everyone how we met and when you specifically knew that I was the person for you.
Okay, I figured this might be one of the questions. Okay. So how we met, you can obviously chime into the story if you want. Okay, so we met so him and my brother followed each other on Instagram, and I saw you comment on one of Connor's Instagram posts, and I went to his page and I was like, he's cute, and he had something about Jesus in his bio, and I was like, okay. And so I think I messaged you about one of your posts or your bio or something, and we started Instagram messaging, and then that turned into Patrick asking to text, and then that turned to FaceTimes and phone calls, and then we met in Asheville, and we spent a weekend hanging out and walking around together, and then since then, I don't know, we've been together ever since then.
Okay.
And then how I knew you were the person for me, I mean, how I knew I loved you? When I knew I loved you?
Yes.
Okay, no, I actually have this. I wrote it down.
Okay.
I wrote down the night we were actually, I think, on a FaceTime call. And anyway, okay, I can't find it's in here, but I feel like I'm taking too long. We were on a FaceTime call, and we had been talking for a long time, and we had we had seen each other. We hung out already at this point in person, and we had spent a lot of time FaceTiming. I was a flight attendant, so I was living in DC at the time, and we had been FaceTiming a lot. And I remember being on the couch in my crash pad. We had been FaceTiming, and I was I knew I wanted to say I love you, but I did not want to be the one to say it first. And so I knew in that moment, I don't know, it just felt very comfortable, very calm. I felt like you were my person. It felt very a soulmate connection, and I was I knew in that moment.
Mm-hmm. I remember telling you I love you in the pool for the first time, and you said okay.
And this was after I knew I loved him. I just didn't want to say it back in that moment, because I didn't want you to think I didn't want to just say it in response. I wanted to say it on my own, rather than in response to you telling me.
Yep.
But when you told me, I was I was
inside you were
yeah,
super happy. Yeah, I remember it was the weekend we met in Asheville that I knew for sure. like
Our
when
first time meeting?
when I first met you in person, because I'd met you via FaceTime many times before, but when I first met you in person, I knew. Like, actually knew. That's why I called my buddies on my way home. I had like a 5-hour drive home from Asheville. So, Haley was in Greenville, North Carolina. I was up in Lexington, and we just drove halfway in the middle and met for a weekend. Like, stayed in different hotel rooms. We went to like a couple of breweries and like
some coffee
shops and restaurants.
And we just walked around like downtown Asheville a lot.
And I couldn't pay for the first date. I had $90 in my account, and my dad paid for the hotel room that I was staying in that weekend, and I ended up like not knowing that the hotel charged an incidental fee to the card, and so I only had $30 and went to pay for dinner that was like $45, and it got declined. The waiter comes back, he's like, "Hey man, your card's been declined." And I hand him another one, like trying to fake it off, knowing that the other card has no money on it either. Be like, "Oh yeah, wrong card. Here you go, bro." And like he came back to that one, and Haley goes, "I think you said."
I was like, "Do you want me to get it? Like, I don't mind. I can get dinner."
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh God." So
I got our dinner, and then he went to the bathroom in the restaurant immediately after. And I don't know. You said you had like a
I just looked myself in the mirror and had a moment. I didn't cry.
But see, I didn't like I did not think anything of that. Like you had treated me so well the other day. I think you had like gotten all my coffee and stuff like up until this point, which was I guess maybe like the other $20 left on your card.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I did not care at all. Like I didn't think anything of it. So.
Okay, what surprised you about marriage that you didn't know?
What surprised me about marriage?
Yeah. What's like one thing that surprised you that like you didn't know of or you weren't aware of?
I don't know, like some people say the transition to living with someone is hard. I did not find it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I agree.
I didn't find it to be difficult. Like I don't know, I felt like we just like
we're both pretty clean people.
Well, and it was just like a sleepover with your best friend. Like I was never like, "Oh my God, Pat's like I'm not used to this." Like I don't know, it just didn't bother me. And then I guess another thing is like how marriage, like, I don't know, like it helps you see how your actions impact other people rather than just like if you're doing life on your own, you don't really think as much about that. But like if you're with someone all the time or someone you care about, you kind of think more about like what you're doing and how it could impact the other person rather than like if you're on your own, you don't really think about that. And so it makes you reflect a little bit more.
That's a great answer. That's a really good answer. Yeah. Yeah, it makes you more thoughtful for sure and more intentional with like what you're doing, and you have to think through what other like I think through frequently like how would what I'm doing impact you.
Yeah.
And like before then you didn't have to think about that. You just like, oh yeah, like we can do whatever.
Like even at the grocery store, like I don't have like when I'm shopping, I'm like, "Ooh, Pat would like this," or "Pat really likes this ice cream. Let me grab an extra cart, like a thing of this," or "He likes this cereal." That's a very lighthearted version.
But no, that's
But
real.
like it's like instead of just going grocery shopping for things I want, like it's already in my mind, like, "Oh, Pat likes this."
Yeah, the next level up is like how decisions and actions would make the other person feel too.
Yeah, and it obviously goes into like deeper things, but that was like a really like lighthearted comparison.
Okay, next question. What's one thing that your mom and your dad, one of each, have done that shapes who you are today?
That's such a big question.
Just off the top of your head, one from mom, one from dad.
Okay,
and there's a ton from both.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's really difficult. Okay, so for dad has always been very, 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 very much there for me. Like very much like no matter what you're feeling or doing, you're still immensely loved. Everything is going to be okay, and you are very, very capable, and you're very like I'm very proud of you. So I think like that. What was the question that I took from each of them?
Yeah.
That made me who I am today. And that like is constantly in my mind because life is always gonna go like up and down, but knowing like that belief in myself that like was poured into me and that I'm never alone and everything is going to be okay and you are very loved and capable.
Mm-hmm.
I think that has played into how I function. And then
Mm-hmm.
also with my mom was always very like, is always very like affectionate. And so she's very much like loving and hugging and that warmth, and I feel like that plays out because I feel like I'm very affectionate.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love to hug, I love to be like, how are you doing? You know what I mean? Like even when I talk, like I'm like, and so I think the affectionate side from mom just plays into how I also just function as a person. So that like love and encouragement side from dad, and then that affectionate side from mom, and then like you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So channel is all about fitness.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into some like health questions.
Okay.
So my first one is, what does fitness and health mean to you, and why?
That's a good question.
What does it look like to you too?
Like
you know?
in my own life, applicable.
Yep.
Okay. For me, I'm very passionate about health and wellness. I think how we take care of our bodies is so important for our mental health, how we're able to show up for ourselves and for the people that we care about in everyday life. And so for me, it's more about fueling your body enough, because I feel like a lot of people, especially women, do not do that. And you have to fuel your body enough. Make sure you're getting in enough protein, carbs, fat, like all the things to fuel your body well, because your body, your organs, your brain, we need them. And so fueling your body enough, but also fueling it with quality things, lots of whole foods. And that's not to say like I love brownies, I love chocolate. We just talked about chocolate chips, but like fueling it with high.
Did you just cross your eyes when you talked about chocolate chips?
Chocolate chips. Just fueling your body.
Really gets her going.
Quality things. Like I use the Yuka app when I'm going through the grocery store, and I scan things because I want to know like the preservatives, the chemicals, and that's not to say everything has to be like super clean, but I just think fueling your body very well with clean things, fueling your body enough, and then also getting movement in. Like I really enjoy cycling. I love walking on the treadmill with incline. I like dumbbell workouts. So I think just moving your body in whatever way works for you, but getting movement in, because it's so important for your mental health too, and it just puts you in like a brighter, lighter space. And so I think enjoying the things you love, but also balancing it with like whole foods and movement. And it can be light movement, just movement.
That's a very good answer. How has like your relationship with health and fitness changed over the years? Like what were some things you do different now than you used to do?
I think younger Haley, like high school Haley, did not understand, and I think for men and women this is common, but like I just wanted to like eat less and eat like I didn't know that I needed a certain amount of protein. I didn't know that I needed a certain amount of carbs. I didn't know like how if you fuel your body enough, you can build muscle, and that will in turn help you tone, help you move better, help you do all these things. Like I didn't know that. And so I was just doing like little fad things or fad diets. But honestly, it's a lifestyle thing. It's just balance between things you enjoy, whole foods, movement. So I think I didn't get the full picture. I just was like, eat less and like go try to like burn myself out in the gym. And I didn't even have like a workout routine. I didn't know what I was doing. It was just like, let's just stay on the treadmill. Like, you know? What
kind of like fad diets did you try?
I don't know. There's like no carbs, or only have like one, like not one meal a day. That's not okay. But like very small portions or things like that, or like the palm method, which like can work for some people, and like it just helps with portion control. But I just think for me, it was a bigger like encompassing of eat enough, eat a variety of things so you get all your nutrients in, and then get movement in. And that does not mean going 110% at the gym. That means going for a walk, getting sunshine. Like it's all, and doing things that make you feel good. Like I love like cute mugs. Like this is my Disney mug.
Mine's cuter.
Was a Black Rifle. Like I love cute mugs, and so also doing things that make me feel like mentally, physically joyful and healthy and at peace.
Great answer. What keeps you motivated today to like continue to move your body and like make good health choices? What keeps you motivated?
I think how I feel and how I want to feel now and in the future. Like I think like, I want to feel good. I want to have energy. I want to be able to enjoy and feel confident and comfortable in my body, like when I'm doing things. And
I remember yesterday we went and helped some of her family move, and they super nice and bought us pizza for lunch, like to help us all move. And Haley was like, we knew there was going to be pizza there, and I put down like 3 pieces. And
as you should.
No, but my thought was like, you do a really good job of like, she knew that she was going to feel like crap after eating that pizza. And so she was like, I'm not doing that. And we went and got her like a healthy smoothie instead. And so I'm not saying like you have to do that every single time but
that's a very good point.
You know, my point is that like, to what you were saying, you know how that kind of food makes you feel. And you're like, I just don't want to feel like that. That's my motivation to like make the healthier choice.
Oh my gosh, you actually took that out of my brain, because that is one of the biggest things that I think about is how am I gonna feel after this? And that plays into a lot of the decisions I make in the present. Like, how am I gonna feel after this? And there are times like you don't want to work out or you don't like eat the brownie or whatever, but I think for me sometimes I'm like, am I gonna feel sick or nauseous or like really bad after? Because I just want to feel good. Like I don't want to feel like that.
Yeah.
And then I think also, like, when I'm on the treadmill or I'm doing whatever, I do think about, like, one day when we have kids, like, it's one of my biggest dreams to be a mom. And so I think about, I want to be able to be healthy for that, for, you know, delivery, helping with postpartum, being able to chase kids around. Like, I think taking care of your body in the now propels you forward to, like, a healthier version of yourself. In the future, you will be happy that you took care of this version of you.
You nailed that. All right, next one. So, our faith is hugely important to us. Was there a moment for you when your faith like really felt real and tangible, and not just something that like your family had been a part of, or like your community had been a part of, but like something that was like real to you, something that like you didn't just read, but that you felt? Remember that conversation we were having this morning on the couch about like how, like, was there a time where like God kind of showed up for you, or you felt like, hey, this is real for me?
I mean, there's been a lot of those times. It's hard to put a finger on one. I mean, I think for me, it's always been a very personal relationship. Like, for me, when I talk to God, whether it's through like really big life changes, whether it was like moving away and doing flight attending, or being on my own, or having no idea what's ahead or what's coming, or not just with job, but like with anything, or scary things or uncertainty. I think for me, like praying and talking to God, and honestly seeing how things have worked out for
every single time. Yeah,
well, also like, and it may not work out in the way that I wanted it to work out, but honestly it worked out better than I could have painted the picture. And also that's not, I mean, that doesn't mean everything is always going to work out exactly how you want it or when you want it, but I think ultimately when you look back, you're like, oh, whoa, I'm so glad God was the one taking the wheel and was in control of that, because if it had been how I thought it should have gone, I would not be in a good place right now.
Totally.
But I wouldn't have been able to see the full picture, because you can only see like what's in front of you. And so I think, I mean, gosh, with like everything, like with our different job situations, or like, I mean, I won't go into too much detail, but like when you got back from the deployment, like we were figuring out like jobs and moving.
Oh yeah, that was a huge stage.
And like, so weird, because you ended up moving.
And just to be blunt, like very difficult. Like,
yeah,
very
like,
difficult.
And just a lot of uncertainty, like a lot of like literally zero idea how any of this is gonna like piece together, but we're just gonna like go with it, and not go with it, we're doing our best, but like just kind of like put it in God's hands and see what happens. And like he was working for a moving company at the time, and he ended up moving. He had submitted an application to this company, and he ended up moving the son of the owner's company that he had submitted the application for randomly assigned to this moving job. And then he ended up, that guy was like, you know, you hit it off with the guy, and then
he was like a relative. Yeah, but it's crazy.
Yeah, and he ended up getting the job, and it just, I don't know, a lot came from that. Like even now today, like we're in a position because like all these pieces God had aligned, but we just didn't even see.
Yep.
Where it was going.
Yeah. I love that.
It's hard to pick one, but
No, but that's a good, thorough answer. Like, sometimes you have to questions like that, there's no, like, specific sentence answer. You kind of have to explain the background.
I also think, like, sometimes just taking one step at a time and, like, giving it to God and, like, let you and God, like, doing it together. And then just, like, taking it one step at a time. Eventually, you may look back and be like, oh, okay, see, like, but I think it's just little steps along the way.
Totally. What do you want your faith to look like when you're older? Like, when you become a mom, when, like, you grow, like, 20 years, 30 years from now, what do you want it to look like?
I want it to be radiated out as a lot of love, a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy, a place of just safety for myself, for other people, for the people that I love, and someone who's just, like, able to articulate and show and express the deep love and compassion that Jesus has for every single individual person, as different or whatever as they might be from me. Like, it's not limited in any capacity, so I hope I'm able to express that in a way where that's, like, clearly seen.
Yeah. It's kind of difficult sometimes to think through, like, an answer like that for, like, what you really want in the moment, too.
Well, I hope, like, when I'm, like, older, my kids or their friends or a coworker can come up to me and, like, tell me anything or be like, I'm a very safe space for them to go because they know that, like, I don't have any judgment, or I'm not gonna, I'm gonna love you through whatever is happening, and there's gonna be lots of patience and compassion and empathy and support.
Totally. What is a, like, prayer or a verse that's, like, meant something to you specifically over the years?
It's John 16:33, and it says, like, in this world you'll have trouble, but fear not, for I've overcome the world. And I think that just hits on everything. Like, I just think sometimes the world is not a very nice place, and like, whether that's with stresses or people or whatever, but I think, like, that's okay. Like, it doesn't have to always be okay. Like, ultimately I'm okay.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I like that verse a lot too. Okay, some fun questions to end it. We've been going for like 25 minutes now.
Has it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Crazy. So, time flies when you're having fun. Alright, what is something that you think that people, like, get wrong about you? Like, when people meet you, or like the perception of people, like, right when they meet you, what do you think that's, like, something that people might maybe misinterpret or not get the full picture on?
I think I have two things. I want to hear some of your answers for these, but maybe two. So one, I, like, recently I was in, like, a Mr. Beast video, and it was the
I knew you were gonna go over.
And it was the one where it was like a plane crash, so we were stranded in the woods.
I literally knew you were gonna answer it.
Well,
this
I
way.
feel like a lot
go,
of people,
no, it's perfect. It's
okay.
perfect. Go.
So we were stranded outside in the woods, and so, like, we had, like, I was stranded in the woods. I was sleeping on the ground, no showers. We had to go get our water and filter it from a river. We didn't have food. I ate, like, 500 calories a day. I was outside, like, peeing in the woods.
Sunburnt.
Oh my gosh, like, all the things. And I think, like, someone there told me, they were like, you look like someone who would, like, is always very put together and has, like, a Starbucks in her hand. And I was like, well, I'm gonna take that as a compliment, but also, like, I love being outside. Like, I can do the hard things. Like, I don't mind getting dirty. I don't mind that. And I think that's, like, a misconception, because I do have fun and, like, doing the girly things and, like, my hair
being
and makeup
clean.
And stuff and being clean. I really do like being clean. But
really.
Yeah. But, like, I can be outside. Like, I can do the things. I, like, love riding four-wheelers. I love being outside. I love doing that kind of thing. So I think people don't expect that for me to, like, last 2 weeks in the wilderness with nothing when they see me, and I'm like, you're wrong.
So you said there's two.
The second one is, I can sometimes, depending on the environment and who's around or, like, how I'm feeling, I can come across shy. And I don't think it's so much that I'm shy. I think I can be more introverted in senses. Like, I don't give everyone access to me. I'm very, like, protective of my time and my energy. And so I think that I can come across shy, but I'm really, when I'm comfortable, I'm not shy at all.
I think one thing, you're about to mention me too. I think one thing people get wrong about me is, like, they might mistake my directness or my, like, boldness in some sense to be, like, confrontational. And sometimes I can be pretty, like, direct with people, but it's not in a way that's, like, trying to be rude or condescending at all. It's just like a pointedness. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, but, like, sometimes people, like, are taken back by it.
They expect more fluff sometimes, but not everyone functions that way. Yeah,
no. So, anyways, okay, cool. So, what's something you're most proud of?
Like, externally or internally?
Ooh, good follow-up. Both. Do one for each.
Okay, like...
Go externally first.
Externally, I would say my family. Does that make, like, I am very proud. It's not like an accomplishment, but I do think I have things that I have accomplished.
Because you have a good relationship with them.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm proud of, like, different accomplishments, but I don't really look at, like, career accomplishments. I mean, I worked for Disney. I did the flight attendant thing. Like, I'm very proud of that as far as, like, career accomplishments. But for me, accomplishments don't really tie back to career as much. For me, it's, like, my relationship with my family is so good and we're so close-knit. Like, for me, that is something that I'm so proud of and that I hold so close because I enjoy it so much. And
what about internally?
Internally, I would say how passionate and loyal and loving I am, because I, if I'm down for you, I'm down for you. Like, I will do anything to protect you, to make you feel celebrated, to make you feel loved, to make you feel safe. And I'm very passionate in that. And so I think that's one of my favorite characteristics of myself, is how passionate that I am. Wait, what about you?
Something I'm most proud of externally. I'd probably say our relationship. That's external, but it feels internal too, you know? Like, the fact that, like, we've overcame adversity, we've, like, came to grow and know each other so much better, and, like, yeah, that's by far what I'm most proud of.
I will say, like, you know, you see people and they're in relationships or whatever, but I'm just like, there's no way they feel or they can have what we have. Like, selfishly, I'm like, do they, like, I feel like it's just, like, a different level of, like, connection. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's by far what I'm most proud of. Internally, I would say, the interviewer is being interviewed. I'm working on a lot of things right now, and I like, my one thing that I'm working on is, like, trying to be gentle and, like, slow to speak and quick to listen. And I don't think that, like, I'm proud of that yet, because I don't think I've, like, quite achieved, like, that, like, gentleness and, like, slow to speakness that I really want. So I don't know if I could say that, but that might be.
You're sitting here interviewing me. You're being very slow to speak. I'm asking you questions.
Yeah, true. I'd say that, and I'd say, like, my ability to empathize has gotten better too. To be able to, like, be in the feelings of another person and understand, like, why they're feeling the way they're feeling has gotten significantly better. I'd say that's also one of the things I'm most proud of, like, internally. So, okay, last question here. We've been going for 30 minutes. I knew this would happen. There's a lot to talk about.
This is so fun.
It is fun. We should do this, like, every, like, couple of years to kind of see, like...
Oh my gosh, because 50-year-old Pat and Haley are going to love looking back at this. That's actually really sweet.
We could show it to our kids one day, too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's a cool idea.
And they would love to hear. I would love to see, like watch a video of my parents doing this.
I'm sure we're gonna laugh at this and like also be like, that was cool.
Hi, future me.
Yeah. What is one thing that you would tell a couple that's just starting out, that's either engaged or just newly married? Like, what's like one piece of advice that stuck out? Because our 5-year wedding anniversary is in like, it's less than a week now. It's on Thursday, the 20th. So it's like 4 days from now, 5 days from now. So after we've been together over 6 years, we've known each other almost 7 years. Like, what is the one piece of advice that sticks out to you that you would give to like a younger couple?
That's a good question.
I know mine. Do you want
Oh
me to go
my
first?
gosh. Okay, wait, go first. Yeah.
Okay, mine is prioritize communicating accurately and in love. Like, the words that you say really do matter, and the tone that you say those words in really do matter, more than just more in your relationship with your spouse than with anyone else. And like the more intentional you can be with like the words you use, the better things will go, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I would say communication is very important, like transparency and just communicating how you're feeling honestly and openly, but also just like not sweating the small stuff, like just enjoy life. Like, enjoy life with that person, love deeply, and communicate as a team.
Yep.
Because life is short, and you just want that person to feel loved and cared for, and vice versa. So
that kind of goes off to the thing we were talking about earlier about like being like, what were some things that kind of caught you? It was at the very beginning. The question was something along the lines of like, or your answer was something along the lines of like thinking about the other person was really, really important.
Yeah, and just like, how you communicate, finding joy, and just like not sweating the small things. And I will say, I want to add, I should have said this before, when I first met Pat, I am typically a very guarded, like we just kind of talked about, like I'm very protective of my time and energy. I've had like, you know, instances where I'm just very guarded and I don't always assume people have the best intentions. And so when I first met you, like all of our conversations, whether that was FaceTime, in person, whatever, like I did not feel like I needed to guard myself. Like it felt very safe and comfortable, and it was honestly like one of the first times outside of like my family where I did not feel the need to be guarded. I felt very safe, and it was like I didn't have to think about protecting myself. I just was. And I think that is another thing that like felt so good.
It's awesome.
So
all right, any closing thoughts? Anything you want?
You're very good at this.
Really?
Yeah, you're very good at like the questions and the carrying the conversation.
I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
We
might start a podcast. I don't know. Oh, Nash is done. Hey, Nash.
Actually, was really good timing.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'd say this was a lot of fun.
I'd say it was too. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. So,
Thanks
for
watching.
tuning in. Bye.